Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to make a delicious new creation that I call the Lomo Saltado cheesesteak. Now, we all know Lomo Saltado, we all love it. You know, you have your, your steak, a sort of steak, you know, and you have soy sauce, you have onion, all these things, and you also have the Philly cheesesteak, which if you think about it, it's pretty similar. You have the steak, you have the onions, the peppers, which is yellow pepper in Lomo Saltado, and you have the cheese. So what I'll be doing is basically, I'll make a Lomo Saltado, I'll add some cheese, and then I'll put it on a delicious soft bread. So, let's get cooking. So, to begin, we have our lomo, our loin, and we'll be cutting it. You can see that under the camera. So, we have our lomo, lomo grueso, or the thick loin, and this is what we'll be using for lomo saltado. So basically, what we have to do is we have to cut it into thin strips for the lomo saltado. It should be about bite-sized pieces. You can have some longer, some shorter. It really is to how you prefer it. But for this, I'll be using around this size, which I think it's about 3 inches. So, I'm just gonna finish chopping this up and I'll see you soon. Okay, so now we finally have our lomo all cut up. Before we get onto the grill to cook it up, you have to dress it first. To a bowl, we will add all of our loin. And to this, we will add our soy sauce, just a tad. Shouldn't be that much. Oh, I forgot to mention, but the amount of meat I'm using, I mean, it's a pretty big recipe, but this is around half to 1 kilo. It really varies on how much people, but you know, I almost thought it was not an exact recipe. You know, it's more to eye. You see it, you add however much meat you want, you dress it however strong you want, and you add how many vegetables you want. None of it is necessary. It's all defined. So we add our soy sauce. Now we will add some white distilled vinegar. And you really just mix it however you want necessary. So we will begin cutting our vegetables. So the original Lomo Saltado has yellow pepper, which is pretty ingredient. It has onion, it has tomato. Now, since the Philly cheesesteak doesn't have tomato, and I personally don't like tomato, I will just be cooking up some onions with some amarillo or yellow pepper, and we'll be dressing it similarly to the meat. Also, to the meat, if you want, you can add parsley, you can add all of that. But personally, the bread I will be using, it contains parsley and it also contains garlic, the soft bread I am using. But if you are using a plain bread, then add those 2 ingredients. So, as I said, we will be cutting up our vegetables. Now, using what I like to call movie magic, we will be turning this into... Wow, so good for you guys. Well, not for me. So now we have our vegetables ready to go, and we have our meat ready to go. So we're going to head onto the grill, starting the meat first, then add the vegetables, and then basically plate it. Our pan is heated up, and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add just a tad of oil, because with the vinegar and the soy sauce, salt and pepper, all of that, overall it's pretty juicy, so just a bit. And we're just going to add all of our loin. You can already hear it sizzling. So with a spatula, we're just going to move it around, make sure it doesn't dry up. So with your spatula, we're just gonna move it around, make sure it doesn't dry up. You know, we really just gotta wait. Because with so much meat, it is gonna take a while to finish cooking, but you know, it'll be done. So as you can see, the meat is already starting to get some color. It's still red, but it's starting to gain color. So what we will do is we will now add all of our vegetables, because we also want those to cook. And the juice from the vegetables, we also want those cooking in with the meat. So it's all mixing all well together. When they're all mixed, you want it separate, and all you gotta do is wait for some of the juices to evaporate, the vegetables to be cooked, and the meat to be done. I have my soft bread right here, and I will cut it open. And what I will do with this bread is I will place it on the pan, which I have separated with some of the juice of this dish. So this will make it more infused. And I'll just add it on top. So I add the bread here with all the juice. Now I have my cheeses. I have a mixture of cheddar and mozzarella. And what I will do is place it to one side, separate a bit from the juices, because we don't want it all juiced up, especially in our sandwich, which is already gaining some juice. And just place the cheese on top on your selected portion, because the amount I made it's not for one sandwich, it's probably for two. So you separate it, and you start to add the cheese right on top. You can break it up into pieces or put it just in the slices, but you just end up placing this cheese right there. Now, it depends how cheese you want it. I'm adding 4 slices because I really like the cheese on it. But if you're not a cheese fanatic, you can add a bit less and it's perfectly fine. Now we have our cheese melting and mixing with it. You can add it on top, but you can also mix it like this. So, once the cheese is completely melted, we'll add it onto our bread.
So now, what we have to do is serve our cheese loin onto the bread. Put all the amount you want. The cheese could be on top or it could be combined, such as in my case. And once you have added it all, just fold your bread, and there you go. Voila.
So, as you saw, that recipe was completely easy to make. You learned how to make Lomo Saltado, and if you want, you could stop there. But you could also elaborate it into an amazing on-the-go Lomo Saltado Cheesesteak, which is a variation of the Philly cheesesteak. So, now you know how to do this. You can enjoy it anytime, surprise anyone you want with this easy, delicious, amazing recipe. So, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more of these recipes. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.